baby. Come on, let's go.
The fish is a little bit like Shasta, but you know, there's no spotted bass in here. But you know, the surroundings are like Shasta. You can fish it that way, but these fish are a total different breed up here. They eat everything, and they're big, and they're aggressive because it's off the beaten path, so it doesn't get fished that much. So these fish really haven't seen a lot of stuff. It's not like they get pounded every day.
Game plan is I'm going to go try to catch everything I can catch. I don't really have a game plan for size or numbers. I'm going to go try to put every bite I get in the boat.
I'm super excited, just like everyone else. I'm ready to get out there and catch some fish.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for coming out to our weigh-in this afternoon. We are Wild West Bass. This is the Apex Pro Tour, Apex Cup event. Got 46 of the best anglers in the West fishing this event. This is event number 2. We started out at Lake Mojave with our first qualifier here. These anglers will fish 2 days here at Trinity Lake. We'll cut to the top 10 after today. Those folks will start back at 0. Anybody that can win that top 10. So very important that these anglers have a successful day. Phenomenal day yesterday on day 1. Those of you just tuning in, we appreciate that right now. We are at Trinity Lake. Beautiful, one of the prettiest places you'll ever see. You don't see a lot of tournaments here. I say that'll change here soon as well. The world-class fishery may be one of the best in the country that nobody knows. Secret will be out after today. And we're lucky here. We are at Trinity Lake Marina and Resort. We're at Cedar Stock Bar and Grill doing the weigh-in here in the parking lot. Water is low, but the fishing pressure is low, and a lot of fish to be caught here. I've already seen the anglers come in with their bags. Before we get started, I want to introduce our host for this event. Letting us here, we had a meeting. We started out on Thursday night here. These anglers, no practice, just show up and go fish on day 1, starting yesterday. But folks have been gracious to us, provided dinner, and the anglers have supported them here at their resort with their cabins and all. I want to introduce and talk to them just a minute. If I could get Shannon and Eric Lotzky coming up here on stage, please. Hello, ma'am. How are you today?
Great.
Good to see you, sir. There's the folks here on our live feed. No telling coast to coast are watching, so don't let that make you nervous. But you got a world-class resort here. A lot of people here, and they try to keep it quiet. And I see why after we come up here. I came to see you here last year, and your son actually hosted us out here, and I found out what kind of resort it was. I fished here about 20 years ago. The water had more water than you do now. But tell us about your resort, how long you've been here, and give us a few details.
All right. Hi. Yeah, this is Trinity Lake. And we've been here since '96, but we've taken over this resort and been running it for about 3 years. We have a full-service marina down on the water. Our restaurant and bar and grill is up here. We've got, outdoor seating and everything. So, we can take full families. We do a lot of, we can do weddings. We can do family reunions. We've got cabins, and they're fully stocked. So, we can provide a really nice vacation for those that are just coming to enjoy the lake also. And the fishing's outstanding. Yeah.
It's better than outstanding, but let's give them a round of applause for being our host, sir. You need to come visit these folks here. It's slow right now, but I know that changes here soon. They've houseboats, any kind of boat rental you want, and the food is outstanding. But we thank you for hosting us here, and we'll be back.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks. Appreciate it very much. All right, what we're doing today, I will tell you, leading on the weight side, a little over 32 pounds. Hook fishing, power pole, Mercury Marine, Super Clean, Garmin, Torch, Roman Made, A1 Tactical, Price Sims Ford, Wood Brothers Flooring, Bob's Machine Shop, Woo Tungsten, Valley Outdoors, Ben Green Insurance, Signature Gate Systems, Daniel Hernandez Engraving, Lithium Pros, Dish Network, and Fisherman's Warehouse. Could not be here without them. Steve Meduno will be measuring our fish. Try to keep you posted here when we get done. You can watch our leaderboard that we have posted here, but we're going to get down to the top 10 today, Steve. I know we got you ready to go. I know these guys are ready to go. California, you have to have a separate weigh-in bag for every fish over 5 pounds. We put out 50 bags today that were gone before the 23 boaters got their bags. So it tells you I had to see guys with 4 bags, already 3 bags as well, each fish. So let's get our first angler up here to weigh and get rolling. I'll try to tell you what these anglers had on day 1 and keep you posted there. Mr. Stan Lefevre coming up today. He was actually second place, I believe, on the keeper side yesterday on weight. By the way, Stan, special day for him. It is his birthday. So any cash donations, I'm sure Stan would like that to help with the fuel cost this week. Stan fishing with Jackson Rancheria on the team. Stan had to weigh smallmouth. We had a lot of fish that didn't get weighed yesterday that were culled out. A lot of 4-pound smallmouth. Stan, what do you think, my friend, about this fishery here? You're trying to go fish on day 3, I believe. How many keepers today?
29.
Only 29. Had 33 yesterday, I believe. Stan, let me get a weight. 1667, sir. 1667, but I think the keeper side is going to be good for you. Tell these folks about your first 2 days, sir.
This place is unbelievable. I mean, I want to move here. It is, my fingers, I don't know if I can fish another day. I'll do it, but they're raw. So I got to thank, Randy, his whole crew. It's awesome. My sponsors, Jackson Rancheria. I couldn't do it without them. Sam Warren Chevrolet, Hooked, Bass Union. I don't want to say nothing about his jigs, but if you want to catch some fish, you better get you some. So, and Mama, of course. My wife travels with me, and I couldn't do it without her.
You turned 25 today. Is that right, Stan?
29.
29. I'm sorry, I missed it there. Stan, let's give him another round of applause. I believe the keeper count is going to get you in, but 1667, sir. If you grab your fish and head back down.
Oh, wow.
Birthday. Look at this down here. Birthday, man. Next up, Mr. Hunter Slander coming up. Hunter had 1439, not as good a day as he wanted. He had 11 keepers. It was, like I said, 18, so Hunter had to have a good day to make it. Got another limit of fish here? We got 5. All largemouth. Hunter probably went out and tried to get a big bite today. He had to make up some ground. Hunter, how many keepers today, sir?
I caught 21 keepers today. A lot better than yesterday.
Well, that's good, man. That's good. Did you fish different knowing what you had to have and make a move?
Yeah, I threw the swim bait pretty much all day today.
It paid off. 2363. 2363, sir.
Yeah, I had to switch it up. Kind of watched the show the last couple of days with Joe and Salvucci and Clutier, so found a little spot and threw the swim bait all day long. Never put it down, and it paid off for me. Got 21 bites, and I put them all in the boat. But it was so fun. This place is awesome. Wanted to say thanks to Wild West. CNC Marine, they take care of me, Richard and Greg down there. I want to say thank you to them. Vexus Boats, Mercury Marine, Power Pole, Lawrence, and Bass Brigade, and my family for watching.
Thank you for supporting us, Hunter. Great job. Way to come back strong, sir. Awesome day. Next up, Mr. Johnny Pearl. Johnny struggled a little bit yesterday. Not even going to talk about that, Johnny. Grab a couple there. Let's get a picture. You got 3 bags, though, so we had a better day today, it looks like. Mr. Pearl. How about that, man? They're all, man. That's good on the deal. Got beautiful fish. Got another 5 bass limit, Steve? Yes, sir. We got another 5 bass limit for Mr. Pearl. John probably went out and fished a little bit different knowing he had to do that. Let me give you that a little bit. Tell these folks while Steve's bagging them up about your 2 days, John.
Oh, man. Today was pretty good. Pretty dang good. I thought I had to go for numbers today. Well, I pulled up on my first spot, and the first one I caught was a 6, and the next one was a 4.5, and the next one was a 4, and I'm like, guess we're going to try to get weight today.
How many keepers today, John?
I think I caught 15. But this place is amazing. You talk to everybody about it, and I've had so many friends invite me here for 10 years now, and I'm like, man, I'm good. I'm steelhead fishing or something during the winter, something else besides bass fishing, or I'm at Clear Lake guiding or something. But
you may start guiding here, is what you're saying?
No, sir. No, sir. That's a little much. It would be easy, but it's a hidden gem, and you don't want to bring a lot of people up here. But after this show, it's going to turn into like a Bullards, I think, where everybody wants to come and catch an 8-pound northern, because those are hard to come by. We have a lake next to us, Pillsbury, and there's 8-pound northerns, 9, 10. There's big ones in there as well. But
and these fish are very old.
Yes, they are extremely old. They don't grow very fast in this cold weather. So this place is pretty phenomenal. And hopefully it stays that way. Thank my sponsors, my wife at home. Thank you for everything. Appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you. Wild West, you guys, everybody else.
24-28, John Pearl. Great job, my friend. Grab that for me if you would. Get him back down there. All right, next angler up. Mr. Nicholas Clutier coming up. Nick had a little rougher day yesterday. Had some boat issues. You got back in today, Nick? Yeah. Grab a couple here. We'll get a picture when Steve gets them in. He's got brought us 2 bags, it appeared to. He's got 3 bags. We know we got 15 pounds, if that's the case, probably. We got more than that today? What beautiful fish here. Nick had 19-19 coming in today, and that was only good for 22nd place. 19-19. I'll give you this microphone while Steve's going. Let me call a weight here and tell us about your first 2 days, man. Only 25.49 today, sir. 25.49. Great job, Nick.
No, I caught 22 scoreable bass yesterday. I only had 19 pounds. Went back to the same spot today. I sat there all day. I did not move. I caught over 50 scoreable bass today, so I'm hoping to get in on numbers. The 25 was a bonus. And if I make it tomorrow, I'm gonna go do the same thing. I mean, you stare at that Panoptics with that Garmin, and I'm looking at a rock pile, and there's probably 20 fish on there. I caught every single fish off that rock pile, and they were still coming. I mean, even after I went through the 50, there was still another 20 that were pulling up on it. So, like I said, if I go there, if I get it to tomorrow, that's where I'll be, spot locked there all day. Hopefully another one of these 25-pound bags, and try to bring it home. But I want to thank my wife, especially. She's at home with our 2 kids, Braden and Nicholas. And I know it's a lot of work when I'm gone, and I appreciate that. All my sponsors, they help me out so much to get out here and do this. And Wild West, and thanks to everybody for coming out. Hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Nick Clutier, everybody, 25-pound bag of fish. Great job today, sir. First place on weight right now, Nick, if that holds up. Next up, Mr. Joe Uribe Jr., Bridgeford-sponsored angler. This event is brought to you by Bridgeford Outdoors. Joe was in, I believe, 2nd place yesterday, had 28.66. So he's in on weight, had 26 keepers. That was in the top 10 as well. We got another 5 bass limit for Joe. Awesome day again for Joe. Joe started out the year good, winning a 1 bass event at Lake Havasu. He's up here. Joe, while he's bagging those up, my friend, give you the microphone. Hold on here and let's call a weight. Another outstanding day. How many keepers today, Joe?
I think I caught 15 keepers today. Didn't catch a lot of big ones, but hopefully caught enough to fish tomorrow, so we'll see.
Going to go $22.99, everybody, $22.99, sir. Tell us about your 2 days.
Well, again, this is for my first time here, so I was just very fortunate yesterday about midday to find the spot that I caught all my fish the last 2 days. So it's pretty interesting that there's 5 guys in the top 10, and we all could see each other. We each have our little sweet spots that we're fishing, so it's pretty cool kind of communicating back and forth, yelling at each other, hey, how much you catch now, And so it's a lot of fun. I mean, these are a great group of guys. These guys are class acts, and these guys are hammers. These guys can catch them. So, again, most of us have never seen this place before, but as you can see, they caught them. So, we'll see. I'm throwing 2 baits, both reaction, throwing a crankbait and a swim bait today. Kind of leaned on the swim bait a little bit more. I could see big ones on my Panoptics, like Nick said. I caught one of those 5s on the Panoptics. Actually saw her swimming, cast a swim bait, and on the fall watched her eat it. Didn't even feel the bite. Watched her eat it on the Panoptics 50 feet away from me, and I just laid into it. I mean, just the forward imaging is incredible. So you guys don't have it. You guys need to check it out. So, but that's it. So hopefully I have enough to go to fish tomorrow. And again, we zero out. No keep catch big ones. So I'm very fortunate to have another great tournament. My goal this year was to make every top 10 that I fished, and just missed it in Mojave, but everything else I've made a top 10, and like Randy said, I was very fortunate to win the Juan Bass Arizona Open in February at Havasu. So I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Vexus Boats, Mercury Marine, Bridgeford Foods, obviously my title sponsor, the title sponsor for this event. You guys make sure you guys support them. They are the premium brand. Even though they're based out of Chicago, they're making a big push out west. So definitely make sure you guys see your local Walmart and all your grocery chain stores that carry our product. And we have from jerky to pepperoni, sausage. I mean, you name it, we've got it. Great products. You guys definitely support the brand, Bridgeford, that supports our tournament organization. So thank all my other sponsors, obviously my family and everybody back home. Thank you guys so much, and hopefully we get to fish tomorrow. We'll see.
Looks good. Joe Uribe, great job, sir. Next angler up, Mr. Jon Stewart. Jon, third place coming in today by weight. Had 25-24 yesterday. Grab a couple. Jon, you got 3 bags today. That's a good. You got 4 bags. I'm sorry, didn't mean to insult you there with 4 bags. That's a good problem. Jon is a local here. He lives in Arizona, so he gets to fish here a lot. But I guarantee you that he will be back here. We have 7 or 8 anglers from Arizona that come up to fish the Apex Tour that qualified. Jon, also outstanding steward, public servant here with the police force in Phoenix, Arizona. And Jon was the last man to come over here and ready to take off. On day 1, we had all the rain. The boat ramp was in bad shape. Jon made sure everybody got unstuck and was here to fish. Jon, I'm going to give you that microphone. Let me call a weight out here for you, and then you tell us about your 2 days. Evidently, how about 24-16, Jon? 24-16, my friend.
It makes a 16-hour drive a lot better.
A lot better, man, no matter what happens from now.
Today.
I'd say you're going again tomorrow.
You know, I knew I needed about 20 to 21 pounds is what I was guessing looking at the weights from yesterday, and at 10:30 I was stuck at 19, and I could not upgrade, and I had a 1.80 pound bass in there, and like there was just a lull. I call it a lull. It was my lunch. It was like 2 hours long.
Used to that being a policeman, right?
Yeah, yeah, and I just didn't want to lean on the spot too much in case I made it, but I upgraded to like a 270, and then the next cast at 280. I was like, well, that ain't going to cut it. And then I got a 3-pounder, and I was like, one more cast, and that was a 6-pounder that I caught. And I put all my rods away by about 12:40, had my shoes and socks off, and I was just sitting in the water talking with Nick because he was done about 10:30. And I was just watching him drop shot and just sat on the boat and just enjoyed the day. But sitting there for like 3.5 hours, it's kind of long.
A little bit different than you're used to, man.
Yeah.
Deal. Jon had our largest fish yesterday, too, an 8 plus. That was caught yesterday. Beautiful largemouth.
This is an incredible fishery. I like to thank the crowd. I mean, this is unbelievable to have all these people come out here to watch us weigh in fish. I like to thank my wife and my son back home who are watching. Rick Knight, he was commenting on sending texts and stuff, congratulating me, and just like to thank all the people back home that are following us, you know. And lastly, all these Apex guys right here, many of them I've never met. We started with, I think, like half the amount last year. The other half, I knew some of them, but man, just the last 2 days, I've really got to know quite a few of them, and they're just not only great fishermen, but great people. So it's something special Apex has is just this right here, what you see, and your crew traveling and putting all this on, and we get to come to places where the crowd is just unbelievable. So thank you guys.
Jon Stewart, everybody. I would say he's going to get to go fish with us again one more day. And I'm sure a great job, Jon. Thank you for helping everybody, too. These anglers did have to qualify to be here. Again, top 10 in our Pro-Am to qualify to fish this year. Next up, Mr. Vincent Burnell. Vincent started a little slow yesterday, but we got 5 again today. Only had a few anglers that didn't had a bad day, but that's over. Vincent's got 2 right here, and they've got total 5. Is that right, Stevie? Good deal. Vincent had 20.52 as of yesterday. 20.52 total weight. Vincent, what do you think, my friend? Let me give you this. Let me call a weight here. Another good day, man. Consistent. How about 21-26, sir? 21-26. Tell us about your 2 days, sir.
Well, it was a great 2 days, but it's pretty sad to say 40 pounds ain't very much here. So, but I'll be back. I really had enjoyed it up here, and it's a beautiful lake. I would honestly say it's probably the beautifulest one in California that I've seen. So, but I just want to say thank you to all my sponsors. You know, they helped me out quite a bit to afford to do all this. So, and, you know, thank my girlfriend at home, and probably be heading home tomorrow.
Vincent, let's give him another round of applause with 21-26, sir. We appreciate you. And, guys, if you think you're going to be close to the top 20, it's going to be tough to tabulate. We'd love to tell you at home our top 10. We've got to check. Usually it's pretty easy. Anglers may catch 5, 6 fish. We can go check the keeper count. We got people catching 60 and 50 and 40. So I apologize right now. When we get done, we're going to have a lull. If you think you're in the top 20 guys, you need to make sure and come back over here. We need to check your fish to verify. Next up, Mr. William Ponting. William had a tough day yesterday. Looks like he regrouped. You brought me 5 today, William?
Yes, sir. 5 alive.
What do you think about the lake? What did you do different today than yesterday?
Slowed down, fished uphill, fished. Yesterday I was running around trying to see the lake. It was so beautiful. Yeah.
It'll get you that 1998 today, sir. 1998, man. You'll be back here, I assume?
Oh, yeah. I'll bring my buddies. Everybody will come up here and start catching fish. Sorry.
William, thank you, my friend. Great job this week. We appreciate you being here. 20 pounds again. That is hard to get excited. It's shame down here sometimes. Mr. Zach Thompson coming up to the scale. Let's get a picture, Zach. We got another limit. Surprise, surprise. Zach had 18.07 yesterday. Keeper count was 14, so he needed to catch him either way. How many keepers today, Zach?
I had 14 again today, and I just went for keepers. I was trying to catch as many fish as I could today, try to get up there in the check range. But it was a great day.
1541, sir. 1541. How many times you been here before?
This is the first time I've been here, so it was didn't come and scouted or anything. Just did some map study and found fish on the map and caught some fish. So I'm happy. I want to thank my sponsors, DCR Propeller. I want to thank St. Croix Rods. I was fishing the new Legend Tournament Bass Series. Those things are incredible, super comfortable, lightweight. You can fish all day. You don't get tired. Arm stays limber. I want to thank my wife and my daughter and my son for supporting me, parents at home, and Frank at DCR. He takes care of me, makes sure I get running. My boat's not the newest, so he always makes it work.
Good fisherman. You'll be back soon, Zach?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I got to say, the community here has just been super, super welcoming. You know, it's been really nice. Sometimes you roll into town and people just kind of shrug you off, but we went to the restaurant in Lewiston and came here for dinner the other day, and just everybody was so nice. Rooms are great. Everything was nice. You know, with the water being low, the ramps are a little tough, but even that we were able to make it work. So,
Zach, thanks for the kind words, and it's so true. Appreciate you as always. Next up, Mr. Earl Dalton, the third. Earl only had 6 fish yesterday. They weighed 1832. He's got 2 bags today. Grab a couple there, Earl. Let's get he's got one nice fish for sure, Earl. Again, these are northern strain largemouth. They do not have a southern strain here, or actually Florida strain. Pretty small mouth. We had a 5+ weight on a smallmouth yesterday. I would say that one's at 5 as well. And Earl's got another limit to weigh. Surprise, surprise. Earl, I'm going to give you that microphone, my friend. Let me call a weight here, and you tell us about your experience here for 2 days, my friend. Nice job, Earl. How about 2208? 2208.
Yeah, it's one of the funnest places I've ever been. 22 pounds and 18 pounds ain't going to do nothing out here, but, it was really, really fun. Appreciate everybody having us out. Our sponsors, Wild West, Jackson Rancheria, everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you, Earl. Appreciate you, buddy. You know, so Jackson Rancheria and a lot of our anglers, they support them very well. Mr. Greg Trouton coming up to the scales next. Greg had 21-26 yesterday. Got 18 keepers, so he was right there on the cut, top 10. How many keepers today, Greg?
Only 6 keepers. I caught about 12 non-keepers. So everything went small today.
that happens here. Unusual here, though, right?
It happened. So yesterday I was spoiled. I got on a big school of smallmouth right off the bat, and I caught 14 fish by 9 o'clock. And I went back to that spot, and they were not there. They were gone. They wouldn't bite. So I had to throw in the towel. And
Smallmouth will do that for it, won't you? You can't count on them.
They move. So anyway, it's been a great tournament. I love this place. My wife is from Weaverville. And we have a family home on Steel Bridge Road on the Trinity River, and I've stayed there. Our caretaker, Alan, has been fabulous. It's been a great event. I'm so happy you guys chose it so everyone else could see the venue and the great fishery. I want to thank Wild West. You guys always do a great job. My sponsors, Richard at CNC Marine down in Modesto, he loaned me an HD 12 Live because one of mine acted up, and it's in repair right now. Those things are so awesome. We can see the fish swimming around, cast to them, watch them eat it. It's just beautiful. So not the finish I wanted right now, but a great tournament nonetheless, and just thanks again.
Class act, Greg. We appreciate you so much, my friend. 10-14 was the weight, by the way, 10-14. Mr. Wayne Brazil coming up next. Wayne only had just a few keepers yesterday, but had some good weight. He had 1878, so he needed to make it on weight today more than likely. He's got 5 bass limit. Wayne, tell me about your day. We got 2 bags, though, man. Going to be enough to go fish tomorrow?
Oh, it's not even close. I've had really a lot of losing fish the last 2 days. Today, really, I could not get them in the boat today. I'm fishing really deep, a lot different than everybody else, and these fish are so mean up here at Trinity. I can't get them in the boat, especially without that net. I had a couple that were just right there. I touched them, and it came out. So when you don't get them, you don't fish clean. That's the way it goes. I want to thank my friends Kevin and Linda for coming up as our pit crew, and my wife. And I want to thank you for going all the way back and getting that boat. He drove 7.5 hours to go get the live release boat all the way back to Clear Lake after he did the meeting the other day. I mean, that's incredible. And then he made it back for blast off.
Just in time. Got to take care of this fishery here. I didn't want to take any chances.
Yeah, so I just want to thank you and all you guys, Steve, and everybody here. You guys just put on such a good show, and thank you all for coming out, and we'll go on to the next one and hopefully do a little better. Thank you.
Wayne Brazil, everybody. Great champion here. His day's coming here with us in the Apex Tour. Next up, Mr. Jason Austin. Great angler as well. Jason, 1805, had 11 keepers, so he probably needed to go for weight to make her top 10. Jason, also from Dish Network, brought them on board with us this year. Thank you for that support. Dish Network here, I know, has got 5, I'm sure. Jason, I'm going to give you the microphone, but tell us about your days here while Steve bags up your fish.
This place is phenomenal. You know, I feel sorry for the local anglers that come up here and they enjoy this on a regular basis because the top's going to get blown off this lake. So I feel sorry for the local anglers.
2250.
The businesses are going to reap the benefits for sure. I'd like to thank my family, most of all, for watching. Hi, Austin. That's my grandson. So yesterday I got in trouble because I didn't say hi to him. So Excel Marketing, Freddie, Excel Marketing hooked up Dish Network for Wild West and myself. These rural areas, Dish Network's got a 99% reliability rating, so check them out. And Torch Eyewear, Hooked, Bait and Tackle, they're an I own.
Jason Austin, everybody. Great job, sir. Appreciate the support. All right. Mr. Mark Sane from Bass Angler Magazine coming up. Great angler. Mark didn't have as good a day yesterday as he'd like to have. By the way, I bought Mark's dinner last night. He spent about $60 inside here. Ate 2 desserts, hors d'oeuvres, couple drinks. He's got appetite, man. Got to low down on that appetite. Too much fishing. Mark, let me give this microphone, buddy. Tell us about your sponsors. Also tell us about Fairfield Forward. I know they help you very much.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for dinner. Appreciate that. You know, like everybody said, this place is awesome. Everybody's just about has 2 bags. So, which means, you know, but everybody has 1 over 5 pounds. Was
1760 today.
So today I went for keepers. Today I just, ended up getting a couple good ones, but it was so fun using the Garmin Live Scope, and I would see the fish out there and throw my jerkbait out there and jerk, and then I'd watch them come up and eat it, and I caught about 10 that way. So that was pretty cool. yeah, you guys, Bass Cat, Mercury, do a great job. And if you're looking for a Ford, Mercedes, or Toyota, check out Price Sims, Fairfield Ford, Walnut Creek Toyota, Sunnyvale Toyota.
They are fishermen. Adam Sims fishes with us, one of our competitors.
Right. And just a great group of guys there. I think I sold 25 cars this last year, and nobody has come back and complained once. So, been really good. So, thank you guys. Appreciate it. I know I didn't make the top 10, but I had a great time.
What it's all about, enjoying yourself. Mark Lasane, everyone. Thank you, Mark. Check out Bass Angler Magazine. Mark is the publisher of that as well. Great publication, comes out quarterly. One of the best publications in our industry. So, next up, Mr. Bill O'Shin coming to the scale. Bill, 7th place on weight yesterday with 22.75. Had 29 keepers, so it looks good. How many keepers today, Bill?
I think 14.
Grab a couple here, Wyman. Let's get a picture, my friend. Had 14, so not quite as good on the keeper side. Hard to say. Again, top 10, I believe it was 18 keepers. So I bet Bill's probably going to get to fish again. Going to be tight, like I said. Good bag of fish here. Bill, let me give you that microphone. Let me call a weight, sir. Another 25-pound bag. 25.05. 25.05, Bill. Tell us about your first 2 days. It turned out pretty good.
I want to say I'm going to vote for 2023 Trinity Apex event right now. Let's go ahead and get that in the books. This place is freaking awesome. I just had such a great time. The people here are so nice. Thank you very much for showing up. And I want to say hi to my family and my buddies, the XT18 boys. They know who they are. And hopefully I got enough to do it again tomorrow. So we'll see.
Bill O'Shin, everyone. Great job, my friend. It looks pretty promising that he will get to fish another day. Second flight already checked in right now. Mr. Kevin Johnson coming up next. Kevin had 18.06. Only caught 7 keepers, I believe, or 8 keepers or so. So he needed to make it on weight, more than likely. We're going to do it on weight, Kevin?
Absolutely not. This is the second day I've been following up a 25-pound bag.
14.24, sir. 14.24. Tell us about your 2 days, though. Not going to get you to Sunday, but I know you had a good time.
No, I wish I was going to be fishing tomorrow. This place is unbelievable. I see all these big bags being caught, and when I came up for practice, I caught a big one. I was really looking forward to this. The fishery is absolutely phenomenal. I wish I was going fishing tomorrow. Good luck to everybody that's fishing tomorrow. And I caught a lot more fish today. They were just a lot smaller than yesterday.
Thank you for your support, too, Kevin.
Appreciate it.
Kevin Johnson, everybody, with the 14.24. Thank you, sir. Again, guys, if you think you're going to be in the top 20, check in with us before you leave, my friend. We got to check scoring. It's going to take us a while. I apologize for that, but didn't expect 40 and 50 keeper days. Mr. Kenny Ma coming up to the scales next. Ken had a good day yesterday. Did not catch a limit yesterday. Only had 4 fish. Had 18 pounds, though, so he was right there on the cut line on weight. Got a 5 bass limit today, Ken? I do. Let's see what the weight is here, sir, and I know you can tell us about your experience here. That's consistent, sir. How about 18.04, 18.04?
I'll take it. I told these guys to not roll their eyes or anything. I want to thank a bunch of people. Cedar Stock, you guys rolled out the red carpet for us. Amazing place. Everybody's watching on live. If you want to come to Trinity, this is the place to come. We're actually staying down at Pinewood Cove Resort, and there's RV and all that stuff down there. So they just rolled the red carpet out. Fishery's amazing. For the people that are watching, we're trying to build Apex. I know sometimes the fans out there, could be kind of tricky to follow. Basically there's 2 tournaments going on in one tournament. You're going to catch as many scoreable bass. 5 of us are going to make the top 10. And then 5 of us that have the heaviest weight also make the top 10. That's how you get there. So we're trying to build something completely different out here. You see we're attracting some of the highest level anglers. And I think what's really important is Randy, Jeremy, Apex, they're trying to raise the level of our conduct, right? And that in turn raises everything else. So, the big thing too is if you're an angler and you want to fish at the highest level, Wild West Bass Trail Pro-Ams, you qualify and you get to fish against all these hammers. And then if you're a business owner, you know, a lot of things people don't know and never get talked about. The Almanor event that last year that aired, there was 2 million views the first time that television show was aired. 2 million households that aired to. Okay? On a daily basis, when people log into Tourney X, there's 50 to 60,000 people logging into Tourney X to watch us fish. So if you're a business owner out there, if you're an angler and you want this platform, this exposure, and you want to team up with some of these anglers to get your brand and your company out there, this is the place to do it. We're not perfect, but we're gonna be. You know, so that's what I wanted to do. Spend time talking about all the great hospitality and that kind of stuff. So I appreciate the fans. Oh, hey, hold on. Let me take a selfie with the fans so you can go to the gram. Hold on.
Y'all get a good smile now. Come on, wave. Going to kenmod.net, by the way. kenmod.net. The gram. Everybody's got a gram. Grab your fish here, Ken. Thank you, my friend. Great champion here. Ken got on a roll, had multiple trophies for his house. All right, next up, TV star, Mr. Johnny Johnson. Fishing with Johnny Johnson. Johnny has promised to come back here and film a show. I have heard it personally yesterday. He usually tries to stay in Arizona, but unfortunately, Arizona doesn't have fishery like this. Or Johnny would move here, probably. Johnny had a great day, so let me give you this microphone, John. Let me call a weight here. Had 20-0-1 yesterday, only had 8 keepers. A little
shyer today.
17-0-5, though. 17-0-5, Johnny.
That's that smallmouth, man. I tell you, I went smallmouth fishing today. I was hoping to get on them. I kind of boo-booed today a little bit because I caught like 15 bass and like 15 casts, and I thought, you know, this is my first year with Apex, so I'm still getting used to the count and to get in the weight. I'm still thinking in my mind I got to have weight. So when I had that, I'm like, I'm going to go down and try to find some big largemouth, and it just didn't work out for me because I really didn't have it happen for me. So then later on in the afternoon, I went back and started catching some more smallmouth, but that's the best I could do today. I lost 2 good ones, but I'll tell you what a fishery, man. This is awesome to catch big smallmouth, big largemouth like we're seeing come in. This is incredible. I love Apex. I love the format. I'm still getting used to it, but man, I love it, man. I'm excited.
Johnny's got a great history with us here at Wild West Bass. Johnny won a U.S. Open at Lake Mead back when it had water in it.
Yeah,
and
a little water.
More important than that, Johnny was the first-time Pro-Am winner at Wild West Bass, 2015, I believe. 16.
Yeah, 2016.
So I know you remember that, man. You'll be the first forever.
What a blast. That was awesome.
Johnny Johnson, everybody. Great job, sir. Yes, sir. Anytime, sir. Next up, Mr. Carrie Harris coming up. Carrie had a rough day yesterday, but he recovered. Look at him. He got 2 bags today, Carrie. Oh, excuse me. I shortchanged you with 3. Grab a couple, Carrie. Let's get some pictures, man. 3 bags today. Whatever he did, he changed up. He had 988 yesterday. We got better than that today. Got a pretty small mouth. Step a little forward there, Carrie. There you go. They look bigger too. We get them. They don't need any help here though. They good size. We're gonna get a weight for Mr. Harris. Not gonna get him to Sunday, but I guarantee you he'll be back, and he lives here in California. Carrie, weight today, sir, is 1803, sir. 1803. Tell us about your 2 days, sir.
Well, first day was kind of like a practice day. I'd never been here before, but what a beautiful fishery. The lake's low, but there's a lot of big fish in here, and I've seen that from my competitors that caught the crap out of them. I went out on the lake today, and I kind of was looking at the snow-covered mountains up there, and I was just sitting there just fishing slow, and all of a sudden I started getting bit, and I'm like, oh, that's what it is. You got to slow down. So I slowed down, and that's when the bite started picking up.
Paid off then.
I caught 10 keepers today and got 18 pounds, so I'm happy with it. I'd like to say thank you to B&B Educational Consulting. They really helped me out. My son Travis, if you're watching. And if you guys ever come to the Delta, come to the Bass Hole Tackle Shop. They'll hook Rob over there. He'll hook you up.
Carrie Harris, everybody. Thank you, sir, buddy. Glad to have you on board this year. Thank you, Carrie. Good comeback, sir. We got guest passes up here. How many fish today? 13, Mr. Matthew Nader. Matthew had 20 keepers yesterday. Had 1998 coming in. Got one fish here. Matthew needed to catch a good bag weight today. Got his family with him here. They come to every event. We got a limit, no doubt. Let me get a weight here, Matthew. And you tell us about your crew here and tell us how your first 2 days went. Not as good as you wanted today, right? But you got your family here to support you. Going to go 1262 today, sir. 1262.
You know, I went in today. I had 20 keepers yesterday for 20 pounds. I caught my big fish yesterday on a chatterbait. I knew that wasn't going to be the deal today. I knew I needed to qualify through weights, or through numbers. So I stuck on this offshore smallmouth pattern I had going. I caught most of my fish out of 45 to 50 feet of water, throwing a ball head Kitech on a 3 16-ounce head. So I knew the weight was going to be there. Like I said, I got 13 today, 20 yesterday. Maybe a check, probably a little light. But hey, any sponsors watching, come support Wild West and the Apex. You know, all these guys, they need help too. We're traveling, we're spending money. Thank you to all the hospitality here. This lake's unbelievable. Can't wait to come back. You know, it's kind of like Bullard's Bar was. They eat kokanee and these fish get fat. So thank you, Apex, Wild West Trail. Come qualify. This tour's the bomb for sure.
Matthew
Sure.
Nader, great job, young man.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Great attitude. Remember that, and you're going to get yes, sir, buddy, getting the sport. Next up, Mr. Hayden Lee, sponsored by the Hooked Tackle. Great supporters of us. Hayden is a great angler. Grab a couple there, Hayden. Let's get a picture with you, sir. Hayden had $18.99 yesterday, had 9 keepers. So he was on borderline and making it here. He had weight, probably was his best route to go for the top 5. Got smallmouth here. Hayden comes from good stock here. Most of you have heard of Robert Lee in the West Coast. I know this man is making his own name these days. Hayden running a beautiful Bass Cat Mercury package. Got 5 today, Hayden. Let me give you this microphone, my friend. Let me call a weight here. Looks like a good day. Scared y'all then. 1973. Tell us about your first 2 days, Hayden.
I got to come up here for practice about a month and a half ago. I think that kind of messed me up a little bit. They were biting really good, the smallmouth. But now these, I thought I had like 22 pounds, but they're all skinny. But I caught them swim baiting on a 7-inch swim bait and a 9-inch swim bait, and that's why I didn't catch a lot of keepers. So anyway, I'd like to thank Bass Cat. They helped me out a lot. I got a brand new Cougar. This morning I went to blast off, and I stepped on my gas pedal, and my spring snapped off my hot foot, so I was stuck in full bore. So Ken helped me out with that. So, and Hooked and Ion, seems like everyone uses Tackle Warehouse, but do not be scared to go see them. So anyway, yep, that's it.
Hayden Lee, thank you, my friend. Grab your fish there, buddy, and we'll get them back in here to be caught to the live release boat. Thank you, Hayden. Young man's due. All right, we know 2 things. We knew who our leader was yesterday, and we knew he didn't have to fish today. But he did go fishing, and he got 2 bags here, and it looks like he probably went, I know he went to New Water, and he grab a couple there, Nick, and we'll get a picture. I know he went to New Water probably and stumbled upon, looks like, another good bag of fish. So great angler here, also past U.S. Open champ out here on the West Coast. Great angler. He'd have a lot more wins under his belt if he didn't work so much. So he works a lot here. He's a good competitor. Nick, I'm going to give you this. Let's give me a weight here. These accident fish that you caught today?
So I went out and I was going to catch 10 fish. So I fished for like an hour and a half today.
23:36 to add to his 32 yesterday.
So I fished till like 9:30. I didn't really hit my spot I was catching yesterday, just kind of fishing around there. Then kind of quit after that and put my feet in the water and spot locked it and casting a drop shot around. And then caught probably another 6 or 7 fish on a drop shot and tried to take a nap, but that didn't happen.
Never get to do that in tournaments much, do you? With this format, it's pretty different.
It was a boring day. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I want to go after them. So it was a pretty boring day.
Feel pretty confident with the forecast and it's going to be a little warmer tomorrow.
I didn't even check the forecast.
Don't care.
I'm just gonna go fishing.
Our leader, we know that, Nick Salvucci, guys. Give him another round of applause. 55 pounds and some change. I know new leader weight. 55.66. Those of you watching at home, 55.66. Thomas Catamoto from P-Line, one of our great sponsors, been with us since the beginning. Thomas had 15 keepers yesterday, 20-13 the weight, so he was close on the keeper count. Weight, he needed a little bit of weight to get in the top 10. Looks like he's got some good weight. Another angler, if he didn't have to work so much doing sports shows and traveling for P-Line, he can get to fish. Grab that mic. Here you go, Thomas. Let me call a weight, sir. Tell us about your experience. We got 16, not weight what you wanted, 1676, so a good 2 days, though.
Yeah, no, an awesome 2 days. I have memories on this lake. This lake is awesome. You guys have something special here. I used to come with my family when I was like between 10 and 12 years old. We'd rent a cabin up by the airport strip up there, and we'd have a blast. First week of June, throw a popper in the morning and at night, catch about 50 fish in the morning, another 30 fish at night. It was unbelievable. So they've grown a lot since then, and there's a whole lot more largemouth now. So, but this place is awesome. Got to thank P-Line. You guys, if you haven't tried out P-Line, it's an awesome brand. We got awesome fluorocarbon. I used tactical the whole tournament. It was pretty much 15-pound tactical with the swim bait. Got to thank Price Sims. Okay, yeah. Price Sims, big supporter of this tournament series. My brother is actually team partners on the Wild West on the team trail with Adam Sims, and they're supporting us. So please, guys, if you're looking for a car or truck, go support Price Sims in the Bay Area,
Amen.
Fairfield. And if you guys want to get in touch with someone to get you a great deal on a car or truck, you could go to my YouTube channel, which is the Bass Hookup, and you could send me a message. I'll send an email directly to Adam, and we'll get you hooked up. All right? So, and if you want to see how I caught these fish, I know it's not great weight, but yesterday I had 20 pounds. Today, 1 o'clock, my graphs shut down on me. And at 2 p.m. yesterday, everything after 2 p.m. is when I caught most of my fish yesterday, and I was using all active target. I was having to look at the fish to catch the fish. Today, when the graph shut off, I knew that I was pretty much toast on the keeper side, so I just pulled out a Senko and went down the bank blind bed fishing, and I had a good time. But, yeah, looking forward to the next one. But Nick is showing how great this place is, huh? So, looking forward to the next one.
Thomas Catamoto, everybody, from P-Line. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it, sir. Great 2 days, nonetheless. Caught many fish. Next up, Mr. Colby Pearson coming to the scales. Another great young angler. Colby had a good day yesterday. Got me 5, I bet. He had 4 bags. How about that? Had 22.08 yesterday. Had 19 keepers, so he was in on the cut side for sure. Apologize for my voice. Breaking up. Great young angler. You're going to hear great things from Mr. Pearson here. He's got 2 beautiful fish, largemouth and smallmouth. Smallmouth here are great fishery. The guys haven't caught lots of numbers. You just hadn't seen them weigh in. Colby, let me call a weight for you, sir, and you can tell us about your first 2 days and see if that may get you going on. You've been close at Mojave, man. Hopefully this time is it. 23.79, Colby, 23.79. Tell us about your day. How many keepers today?
15 keepers. I was really struggling at about 12:30 or 1. I had just 2 decent fish. I actually needed to cull almost everything that I had in my bag at that time. And I started running the lake. There's a bunch of guys fishing up north. That's typically how this lake does fish. And I was hoping that they'd maybe leave the door open. And if I cycled through enough water, I could find some good active fish. I caught one that's probably over 6 and a couple 3 really nice 3-4 pound smallmouth and culled them out. So with 22 yesterday and 23.79 today, I just hope it's enough. Real quick, want to say thanks to Wood Brothers Carpet and Flooring, another supporter of Wild West Bass Trail. Make sure you support the companies that support the organization, support fishing in the West. That's huge. Sportsman's Warehouse is another one, Shasta Bass Baits. Want to say thanks to my boss, Heather, for letting me go fishing. And once again, thanks to my family, my girlfriend, for coming out. Love you guys. Thanks.
Colby Pearson. Great job, Colby. Thank you, sir. Next angler up to the scales, Mr. David Swinside. Duo Realis, also Roman made. Grab a couple. Let's get a picture, David. We got 5, sir. All these fish checked in alive, by the way. Yesterday we lost 0 fish. We're going for it again today. Again, our live release boat, we own 4 live release boats at Wild West Bass. We take care of our fishery better than any other organization on the West Coast, and quite frankly, any organization. Bass does a great job. FLW, or MLF now, does a great job. David, grab that microphone. Let me call your weight, sir, and tell me about your 2 days. We're going to go not what you wanted, but 1401, sir, 1401.
No, that's 140.
140? That looks like 140.1.
Well, I had an awesome time. I really did. You know, Apex is full of twists and turns. That's what they said in the very beginning of it. And I think I took one of those turns and went out and passed the lake. But I even tried what Nick did. You know, sit down, put your feet in the water, and then cast over the back of your head with the drop shot. And that didn't work either. But I have to say, it's a beautiful lake. I had a very, very short pre-fish. I had a wonderful pre-fish. I caught tons of fish. I honestly thought I was going to be able to play the numbers game. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but again, this is my first time here. It's great. It's a great, great fishery. Beautiful facilities, by the way. You know, I hope you guys will continue to support Apex. Just to tell you, last year, a bunch of us guys, an Apex organization, went to a destination, and the companies got involved and made it so that professional event was no entry fee. Those guys went out there and left it all on the field, and when they got done, they brought home a check to their families. So, you know, we really, really, really want to build this into a super deal, and there's a lot of companies that are knocking on the door. I hope you guys will continue to support it. I want to do real quickly something. The loudest person that screams Apex right here, I'm going to come back with a couple lures. So I'm going to count to 3. Loudest. Okay? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Apex. Apex.
All right. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to leave my tackle box here. Goodness. All right. Well, we'll get some baits out there. Thank you.
David Swinside, everybody. David, thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Ryan White coming to the scales next. Ryan running around in a Bass Cat Mercury package, Ryan. Got some pretty small. Let's get a picture. Grab a couple there. Mr. White. Another limit. All smallmouth, man. All 5 are smallmouth. Ryan had 1445 yesterday, only 6 keepers. So we had to have some weight and some keepers to make it on day 2. We got all smallmouth. Is that the first bag we've had all smallmouth, Steve? Yes, sir. First one, it's solid smallmouth.
Yeah, I only
Let me get a weight. 1423, sir.
Yeah.
1423.
Yeah, I only caught one largemouth today. It was short. Had a rough day. Broke some fish off. Lost some fish. I don't think any of them would have really helped me, but it was frustrating. Only had 2 fish at 1 o'clock and picked up a jerkbait. The wind picked up and ended up catching 11 fish total. Had 7 yesterday. I took a bad picture of one. So with the Tourney X, you really got to be careful of the photos you take. I had my hand covering its mouth, and it was just touching the line, so it didn't count. My fault. But I do want to thank Mercury and Bass Cat. If you guys don't have a forward-facing sonar on your boat, you really got to get one. The Garmin Live Scope, phenomenal. Most of these fish I caught wasn't a great tournament for me, but it was fun to see them swimming around and cast a lure out and get them to bite. Not all lakes are like that. So this lake, these fish aren't so educated, so you can throw out there and get them. You know, a lot of these other lakes.
Hope it stays that way.
Yeah, a lot of these lakes is frustrating because you see fish everywhere. You can't catch them. They've already been caught by everybody, you know, at Clear Lake and stuff like that. But, yeah, Dobbins rods, you know, use those all week. I want to thank Cedar Stock and Wild West Bass, Randy and Jeremy. Everybody put on a great show. Thanks, guys.
Ryan White, everybody. Thank you for the good week, sir, and the kind words. We couldn't do it without them staff here. It takes about 8 to 10 production crew here. We do a great TV show on the Pursuit Network. This will be aired on that event. Next up, Mr. Tony Franchesi coming up. Tony been a good friend of mine for many years. Great angler. Won many events here on the West Coast. Got 5 fish today, I'm sure, for Tony. Tony had a little small day yesterday, not what he wanted. Had 1483, but he had 11 keepers. We got 5 today, Tony, for sure. And let me call a weight. Let's see what No Giants today. Better than yesterday. 1633, Tony. 1633. Tell us about your 2 days, though.
Yeah, well, I think most of the field knew what was going to happen in terms of the north part of the lake is where a lot of the leaders are fishing, almost all the leaders, with the exception of maybe a couple. And I thought I could do something the first day that was different and kind of squeak in there, and it didn't work out. So today I threw weight to the wind, and I just said I'm going to try to catch as many keepers as I can. It's the only way I'm going to increase my standings. So I went out and just fished, and I ended up catching 21 keepers. I lost, I think, 2 or 3. It'll help in the standings. It's not going to do anything for me, but except maybe give me a few more points. But well, I'll tell you how my day started out. I go to hook up the boat this morning and back into a tree. Yeah, not good, not good. So I wasn't a real happy camper when I made it to the ramp, and I get down there and I was actually my head wasn't in it, and when I was at the dock, but I got to say, give credit. Ish Monroe said a few encouraging words to me and turned my attitude around. So by the time I blasted off, I was all right. I wasn't thinking about what happened in the morning, and so I just went fishing and had a good day. Like I said, caught 21 fish. Just enjoyed the lake. It's such a beautiful lake. I remember at one point turning around. I was in a cove, and I turned around and I looked up and saw the snow tops on the hills and the snow on the hilltops. Excuse me. And man, it's a beautiful lake to be on. You can't have a bad day when you're out fishing on this lake. I'll tell you. I don't care if you catch them big or small. You guys have a gorgeous lake. I want to thank a few people. Obviously, I want to thank the resort. Thank the people here at the resort. They rolled out the red carpet. They were so accommodating. It was awesome. This is just a great place to be. I'm sure I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back, and I'm going to have a good time on this lake again. Want to thank Apex, Randy, and your team, Jeremy. You guys do a great job with everything. And I want to thank my sponsors, my title sponsor, P-Line. I've been with them for 29 years now. My longest running sponsor, and I'll be with them until I stop fishing as far as I'm concerned. So I want to thank them for everything they do for me. I want to thank Bass Cat Boats, Mercury Outboards, Garmin Electronics, Dobbins Rods, Sims, all my sponsors. Just I couldn't do this without their support. And when you hear that a lot, but it's the truth. This is a pretty expensive sport, and everybody that comes up here pretty much says they couldn't do it without the support of their sponsors, and that is the honest to God truth. There's a reason that everybody does say that. So anyway, thanks.
Tony Franchesi, everyone. Thank you, Tony. Quality anglers here, as all our anglers are. Again, it's a lot about attitude, and Tony touched on that. So important, obviously. Next up, Mr. Joey Skim. Joey had a tough day yesterday with 5 keepers of 1267. Came back today, it looks like. Another 5 bass limit, Steve. Good job, Joey. I know you dug yourself a hole yesterday, man. I know that was tough. But pretty lake, you knew you could catch 30 pounds, so you got to fish, here. Being excited about that. Let me get a weight, and you tell us about your 2 days. A lot better than yesterday. 1895, sir, 1895.
Yeah, much better than yesterday. Yesterday, I kind of struggled. I went north, and everyone was just fishing. I didn't want to be that guy that just merged in. So kind of came back over here and thought I can catch some smallmouth, but I was a little late for that. So I only caught 4 yesterday, and today I just stuck down here. And I just tried to get numbers, but it just really didn't happen. So I just kept grinding and grinding. I think I ended up with like 12, but out of 6, so I was pretty excited about that. But what a beautiful lake. This place is awesome. Big shout out to my wife and my kids watching, and Value Plumbing, Gone Fishing Marine, P-Line. Thank you guys. It means a lot.
Joey Skim, everyone. Thank you, Joey. Class young man. You'll be hearing from him a lot here very soon. Next up, Mr. Garrett Bradshaw coming to the scales. Garrett, I'm sure, has got us 5, no doubt. That's a good. Let's grab a couple there, Garrett, and get a good picture. Garrett had 2160 yesterday, 9 keepers. Got some footballs in there. He was the cut man yesterday, top 10. Top 10 with 2160. Did we do that again today, Steve? Let's see what kind of weight, Garrett. I'm going to give you this when we get bagged up, and we'll tell you what we got. You had a good day, looks like.
Yeah, we got a good day.
Let's see what the weight is to go with the 21 yesterday. A little better than yesterday. Almost 21.78. 21.78. Nice job, sir, man. We'll see where that lands.
Yeah, what an awesome fishery, to say the least. To have 21.5 pounds each day and probably not going to be able to make the top 10 cut is just unheard of for me. But didn't catch a lot of fish both days. I think caught 9 yesterday, caught 10 today. But I was on a bite that I felt I could capitalize on bigger fish versus running around the lake trying to catch 14 inches all day, and I stuck with it all day. Had what I had, and I'll take it. You know, never been in this lake. It's an awesome fishery. Proud to have it. I want to thank a few people real quick. Discount Tackle, Rapala, Suffolk, VMC, Boatmasters, Bass Cat Boats, Wild West. You guys do an awesome job. So other than that, thank you.
Thank you, Garrett. Good job, sir. Next up, Mr. Juan Acosta coming to the scales. Past champion with us on the Pro-Am Series here at the Cal Delta. Had 1585 yesterday, had 10 keepers. So Juan had to go out and catch them this go round. He knew he had to have some numbers and some weight. We got another limit, Juan. We'll see what we have here and add to your day, your total. Going to go 1827, Juan. 1827, my friend. Tell me about your 2 days. Not going to get you fishing Sunday, but a bad day here is pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had a lot of fun today. First spot I hit, first cast, I hooked one, and then I lost it. And after that, I caught like 9 in a row. And I got off to a good start. Caught 17 keepers today. Every single one of them I caught on a deep diving crankbait and a dual Realis jerkbait. But had a lot of fun. I mean, this place is crazy. There's so many fish in here. I saw a school that was like 30 on a rock pile. I couldn't catch them, but they were there. So I just want to say hi to my wife, Gina, my daughter, Victoria. I know they're watching, and my boy, Alex. I want to thank my sponsors, of course, you guys. You know, like I said, today it was the dual Realis bait that caught all these fish, and then that's pretty much it.
Juan, great job. Appreciate your support here at Wild West Bass. Great champion here. Next up, Mr. Kevin Finley, Arizona calls home. Kevin's also a sponsor with Signature Gate Systems here. And he supports a lot of trails. He supports our anglers here. Big time here, he's paying money out of his pocket. Our biggest stringer each day is going to get $500, I believe, from Kevin. He pays that out of his pocket. So thank you, anglers, for supporting Kevin there. If you ever need services, please sure and call Kevin here. They do many things. Great supporter here. Got another limit. All alive. You got 2 bags there. Better than yesterday, Kevin.
Yeah, a little bit better than yesterday. I tell you a funny story.
1802. 1802.
So yesterday, I stayed pretty close, and yesterday, and this guy comes by, and he says, and I'm by myself. You know, there's nobody around. I'm thinking, man, I must be on the wrong side of the lake or something. And the guy comes by, and he goes, "What are you doing fishing this side of the lake?" And I looked at him. I go, "Well, I've never been here before, and I just figured as good as any." He goes, "Nobody fishes over here, man."
That was a bad sign, right?
I said, well, maybe that's why I'm not catching them. But anyways, so today I kind of figured out everybody else was someplace else, but I decided to fish the same water. I didn't want to be that guy to go poach their water. So I just tried to squeeze out what I could out of my same spot, and it was fun. And, hey, thanks to Apex. Thanks to all you guys showing up. I really appreciate you. Everybody here is super nice, and what a place to vacation, huh? I was here with my dad vacationing when I was 18 years old. This is the first time. I'm 51 now, so this is the first time I've been here since then, and I'll be coming back.
Tell us about your company real quick, Kevin. Man, tell us what you do as far as that, other than support tournaments and organizations.
Yeah, my company's Signature Gate Systems and Welding Company. We're based out of Phoenix, Arizona, and we're a contracting company. We put in automatic gates, like when you go to a community and you have to press in your code to get in. We install those systems. And I have a welding side of the company. We weld bridges, dams, all kinds of big welding stuff. But I love the fishing community, and I love families taking their kids fishing, and I love seeing guys get out there. I mean, there's a whole lot worse that we could do than we're addicted to fishing, you know, so you could do a lot worse. So I like to support it, and I sure appreciate it.
Kevin Finley, but appreciate it. Great gentleman. Thank you for all your support, my friend. Another Arizona angler coming up to the scales. We'll grab a couple there for a photo. All smallmouth again. Mr. Scooter Griffith coming up. Better day than yesterday, it looks like. He only had 6 keepers and 16 pounds. Man, y'all let Jon Stewart catch all the fish, so, man, y'all going to have to buy dinner for him, looks like. Let me get you weight, Scooter. Good comeback today, sir. How about 1896? 1896, sir. Tell us about your 2 days.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Jon Stewart first. I mean, every squirrel finds a nut, right?
So good to have friends. It's good to have friends.
I could not be happier for all of the other Arizona guys that are out here making it. John and Joe are right up there in the top, so it's going to be great for them. And I'll be watching it on the way home, you know, because I'm not going to stick around. It's 16 hours for me to get home, and I got guide trips to do. So how great would it be if you could do guide trips here every day? That'd be pretty awesome. I mean, we do about 500 trips a year in Arizona, and I could handle doing them here. That'd be a lot of fun. There's a lot of fish here. My day was pretty fun. I mean, I sight fished all day long. I caught everyone that I caught. I was looking at. There's nothing better than catching smallmouth on beds. I mean, they're just so aggressive, and you know if you can catch it or not by just making one cast to them, and they can figure it out pretty quick. So that was a lot of fun. I wish I would have got one more big one, and it would have made a little bit of a run into a check, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get a squeeze into a check. Last time we got got the last check, so hopefully we could do that again. Gotta say hi to my wife at home. Probably the biggest supporter anybody could ever have, so I love her a lot.
Scooter Griffith, everyone. Thank you, Scooter. Be safe going home, my friend. Great week nonetheless. Tell you an interesting fact, those of you watching at home. Again, you can go to Tourney X normally. We've had a cell phone issue here just because it's tough and keeps going. We had 46 anglers start the day yesterday. We had over 640 fish keepers weigh. That's 14-inch fish. 640 of those that were caught yesterday for 43 anglers. This is Jeff Michaels, by the way. Jeff does not live far from here. At 24.35 yesterday. 24.35. Had 22 keepers, so he's trying to make it either way. Jeff, we got another 5-fish limit. 2042. Jeff, is that going to be enough, sir?
You know, I don't think the weight will be, but I think I had 21 today. Could have been 20. I don't know, Randy. Give me the 21, though. I want to start out thanking the guy behind me right here, Cliff King. We were sitting on a point with about an hour to go. I was sitting at 17, somewhere 17 keepers, and he said, "Hey, Jeff, right out here, there's a bunch of fish. You can go out there and get a couple more and maybe make it." So I roll out there. I actually caught 6. Three of them were shorts. The biggest one was from out there. So, Cliff, thank you very much. That's why we do this for, you know, the guys around here help each other out, and that's some of the coolest stuff you can see in this sport. Thanks, Cliff. Oh, the day started out all right, kind of got slow, and then it was all right, kind of got slow, then it was all right. But, hey, this is Trinity, and I'm a little disappointed in 2042, but I'm a little spoiled on this lake, so 2042 is not a great weight here, but I'm telling you guys, this is one of the top 3 lakes on the West Coast. I think it's number 1 and probably in top 5 in the nation. This place is incredible. Take care of it. Want to thank some sponsors. The 3 big ones that I want to thank are all local bait manufacturers. D&M Baits, local Redding bait manufacturers make some of the best chatter baits out there. Shasta Bass Baits. Trevor is an artist. You gotta check out his swim baits. He's just doing phenomenal stuff with the swim baits. And he told me not to do this, but I'm gonna. So we're working on a prototype 6-inch. It's kind of a little different than anything out there. So watch for that one. It's going to be a little bit, guys, before it comes out, but watch for that bait. That's going to be an awesome one. And one of the best hand-poured worms around, Arnold Fancelli's Mother's Finest at Phil's, and big thanks to Phil's. And lastly, Thank you, Tracy. She's my rock. She keeps me. I'm choking up. Thanks.
Jeff Michaels, everybody. Great job, Jeff. We'll see where that stands on day 3. We're probably going to get to fish on Sunday here. Super Sunday. Next up, Mr. Travis Williams coming to the scales. Another good quality young angler here as well. Won a lot of money here on the West Coast. Had $14.79 on day 1. Had 12 keepers. So Travis needed to have a big day. Another limit, Steve. Another 5 bass limit for Travis. Let me give you that microphone. Let me call a weight, Travis, and you tell us about your 2 days. Not going to get you to Sunday, my friend, but 1737. Nothing to be ashamed about. 1737.
No, today was fun. I mean, I got out and fished new water, and I caught that. I mean, it's all largemouth today, which was a surprise. So it was still a lot of fun. I mean, it's a great fishery. You can go anywhere and catch them. I just didn't get any big ones. I saw a lot of guys catching them, and again, I just want to root my friends on for tomorrow. I know they're around them, so I hope they go get them. I want to thank my fiance at home for the support. Again, she's my biggest fan at home. I know she's watching. I want to thank RB Bass Outdoors. Definitely going to do a little report on this event, kind of do a little write-up, so check out RB Bass Outdoors for that, kind of tell you guys how I caught them. And that's it. Yeah, I want to thank Wild West staff, and thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate the support, and we'll get you next time.
Travis Williams, everybody. Thank you, Travis. We appreciate you very much, sir. Guys, just a note, make sure all your fish get scored. If they didn't download, make sure you get around the Wi-Fi and make sure they're scored. You're in the top 20 at close. If you're going to load your boat, get back here. We're going to call our top 10 up on stage, talk and have a meeting, but it's going to take a little while to verify all your fish with so many being caught. We apologize at home. Next up, Mr. Cliff King coming to the scales. Cliff passed 1 bass winner, California Open over at Clear Lake. Great angler here. Won a beautiful Bass Cat Mercury package there. Got his family here as well. Cliff had $14.85 yesterday. Needed to really catch him better today. Cliff gonna go $16.99, sir. $16.99. Tell us about your 2 days, sir. Your family was here, so that's always a plus, right?
Yeah, that's a plus. Yesterday I struggled. Today I just went out and went fishing. And I had a blast today. This lake is loaded with big fish, loaded with numbers. This is probably one of the best lakes I've fished ever.
In the country, I can tell you.
Yeah,
I've been to them all, coast to coast. I've been blessed.
This is incredible. Yesterday it didn't show itself to me, but today it did. And as you can tell, this lake's full of them. But I'd like to thank my wife. She knows that I had a tough time yesterday, and she did nothing but encourage me this morning before I left. And kissed me goodbye and told me I was going to catch him today, and I believed it, and I caught him. And anyways, I'd like to thank Jay and Becky at Hook Bait Shop in Ione. They do so much for our community. They help me out tremendously. Meeks RV, Lance Campers. We're staying at what's it, Pine Cove or
Pinewood, next door here.
Yeah. Anyways, we're staying there. It's a beautiful place. We're staying in our camper, and thanks for everybody for coming out, and we'll see you next time.
Cliff King, everybody. Thank you, Cliff. We appreciate you, sir. Next up, Mr. Paul Hodges. Now, Paul had a bad day yesterday, but he got a great attitude. Sometimes that's what it's all about. It's in your head. I bet he came back with 5 today in 2 bags. Grab a couple, Paul. I'll brag on Paul. He's also one of our co-directors on our team series in Arizona. Does a lot more than that for us at Wild West Bass. Great attitude here. Needed to catch him today. He didn't want to be a camera boat tomorrow, so. But I bet you Paul caught him. Let me give you that microphone, Paul. Let me get a weight here. A lot better day than yesterday, my friend. Whatever you did, it worked. How about 21.51? 21.51, Paul.
All right. Well, I know, I had to unlock the lake secret, and yesterday I didn't do it. I had 7.5 pounds, so I know I'm out of it. So got back to the cabin last night. How am I going to do this? How do I unlock this? And fortunately, my roommate is Joe Uribe. He goes to sleep before I do. He's right there in a sleeping bag. Look over, he's snoring. Rub his head, he starts talking in his sleep. I start writing things down. There's what happens. Works out good. Thank you, Joe. No, guys, today, changed it up a little bit. My Garmin LiveScope helped tremendously. Could see all the fish swimming around. I was using a DD22. and you can see them come up off the bottom and get it. So my hat's off to Garmin. They are one of my sponsors. I'd like to thank Wickenburg Marine and Yamamoto Baits, and my hat's off to the military. All the armed forces. I have a son in the Marine Corps in South Korea serving currently, and I thank you guys for doing that so we can all enjoy this sport. So, and I'd like to thank my wife and daughter. I know you guys are watching at home and taking care of everything so we could be up here. And thank you, Randy and Jeremy, the Apex event. This is awesome.
Thank you, Paul Hodges, buddy. Way to hang in there and show your support and come fish strong on day 2. That's what it's all about. Day 1, we had a little issue, like we told you, at the ramp. Had mud. We had angler stuck. The way this works, these guys help each other launch, and we made sure everybody was ready to go fishing before we started the event. Fair. Next up, Mr. Greg Gutierrez. Needs no introduction here locally. Lives not far from here. Greg has won everything in sport fishing on the West Coast. Had a non-Greg Gutierrez day yesterday with 1584, had 7 keepers, and looks like he better today. We got 5 today. He's got 5 all smallmouth? Did you fish for them intentionally today, Greg? Let me call a weight here. And beautiful bag of smallmouth. 1748, sir. 1748.
I did. I fished for those today. I fished for anything that would bite today. I did it yesterday, too. It just didn't work out for me. Today, I basically did the same thing. Went out and I'm throwing a dart head with a little grub. And I'm just swimming it on a G2 Ultra Finesse from iRod, and the fish will just come in and pop it. The whole rod folds over, bait goes in their mouth, and I hook them. Sun came up, and I got to tell you, everybody's talking about this forward-looking sonar. I'm using the Lowrance Live Active Target, and you just scan, you see the fish, cast out there, count it down to the depth, reel it in, doink. It's kind of that easy. Sun came up, slicked off, got my torch sunglasses, went up to the bank, and there they were. They were just lined up, ready to go. I ended up losing probably about 4 fish that were in that 4.5 to 5.5 pound range. Really good bag I had. I just couldn't get them on there. But anyhow, it was an amazing tournament. The water's awesome. I live 2 hours away, and I hardly ever come here. I've been here like 5 times in my life. That's going to change. It's just an amazing fishery. I really do like this place. It's worth the gas bill to come up here for sure for fishing. So anyhow, want to thank my wife. Say hi, baby doll. My son, my family, my friends, my sponsors. I just came on with Bass Cat this year. I left a boat company that I was running for 30 years to go to Bass Cat, and these guys took care of me. The boat is amazing. The Mercury is amazing. I can't say anything more except for if you see me out there and you want to get a run in one of these new Puma STSs, I'm your Huckleberry. Give me a call. I will take you out, and you'll have nothing but a grin on your face. But hey, thanks a lot for everything you guys are doing for us. You guys have, you and the staff have just really move this thing forward, and I can't wait to see where it goes. And for all you guys, thanks for coming out and supporting us. It really is awesome. It really makes us feel good. Thank you.
Greg Gutierrez, everybody. Great champion here. Next angler up, Mr. Scott Ellison coming to the scales. Scott qualified to fish with us last year. Had a great year on the Pro-Am Series. Got 5, needed to catch him. Had a light day yesterday. Got 5 all smallmouth, or got a mix in there today? Got a largemouth in there. We got 5. Let me get a weight here, Scott, here, and you can tell everybody about your 2 days. Good rebound today. How about 1997, sir? 1997.
Dropping. Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun out there. I kind of went, my plan was to go for keepers coming out here, and I had like 15 yesterday, and about noon today I had 5 or 6, so I just scrapped what I was doing, made a move, and ended up landing on a pile of them and ended up with 30 keepers today, and really saw what this lake is made of. I mean, when you find them, it is silly. And anyway, I want to say a big shout out to Nick Wood. He kind of watched me catch a few and stayed out of the way, gave me some space, and I appreciate that. It's sportsmanship like that with the Apex group that's really cool out here. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you for being here, buddy. Great job. Right. Nonetheless, Scott Ellison, everybody. Thank you, sir. Next angler up, Mr. Randy McAbee. Randy had a great day yesterday. 13 keepers, had 23.66 on day one. And he backed it up. Going to be a Sunday bag. Got 3 bags. That's a good sign. Randy comes from a great fishing family and made sure all his sons love the sport as well. Going to have a new big bag of the tournament here today. Those 2 beautiful fish there. What kind of weight do we need to take Nick's spot? We ain't looking for Nick. Don't matter, does it, man, on the deal? Well, it's nice to know you're leading the pack, Randy, on total weight. We got 5 almost to the top of the weighing bag, by the way. That was a runt. That was a 4-pounder, it looks like. Randy, let's get a weight. How about 27.19 today? 27.19. You did what you needed to do, Randy. You're going to go get the fish on Sunday.
I think it's going to make it.
I believe that'll do it.
All right. It was a fun day. I started on a spot where I thought I could really catch them good, and there you go, right in the back. And I caught one like on the first cast, but it was like 2 pounds. And I just started looking around my forward facing, and they were all out over the channel, and they were all suspended. I'd throw out there, and they'd follow it back to the boat, but I could not get bit. So I spent 2 hours doing that, and then this lake is so good that you can just scrap whatever you want, and you just start running points, whatever looks good with a swim bait, and you catch stuff like that. I mean, I caught 14 fish. They were all 14 fish that were probably over 4 pounds today. Throwing a big bait all day, and it's just fun. And they will absolutely rip the rod out of your hand here. They hate kokanee. I'm throwing a little bait. 2 different baits, looks like a kokanee, and they hate them. They do not like them. I ruined 2 baits today with scissors, having to cut all the plastic off just to get to the hook, to get the bait out of the mouth. So
eating it that good, huh?
The problem is those are the last 2 baits I had. So, but yeah, you guys nailed it on the head here. Good food, place to talk to everybody, have a good time, and the fishing happens to be pretty good too. So, thank you guys for coming here. I'm looking forward to come back. I want to thank Stealth Sticks, Ranger Boats, P-Line, all the rest of my sponsors. My wife is probably watching at home yelling at me because I'm not saying something I'm supposed to.
You got her support. That's the biggest thing.
Maybe tomorrow. All right, thank you guys.
Randy McAbee, everybody, great job, man. 2 great bags. Awesome, 27. I believe that's 3rd biggest stringer in the event so far. Great job, biggest today. Speaking of Mr. Austin Wilson coming up here, Austin had a phenomenal day yesterday. Austin won our first event at Lake Almanor last year. Austin is a great young angler. You'll be hearing a lot from him. Had 23.88 yesterday, had 19 keepers, so he was in the top 10 both ways. How many bags a day?
3.
Got 3? Let's get a picture. Austin, grab a couple there, my friend. We'll get a nice picture. All smallmouth?
No, you got a mix.
Got a mix today. Don't believe there are any spotted bass in here, and we do have the largemouth and the smallmouth. Young man had some boat problems, had to borrow a boat just to fish this event. Austin, let's see what we've got here, my friend. Also does a great job on social media. I'll give you that microphone. Let's call a weight here and then let you talk a little bit. You happy with your day? I hope you should be. How about 21.49, sir? 21.49.
Not bad. You know, I didn't turn on my graphs on the last 2 days. Just kept them off. Just went down the bank and just went fishing and caught a handful of fish. I only caught 15 today and 19 yesterday, so I don't think I'll quite make it on keeper count. I don't know if this will be enough for tomorrow, but I mean, I'm happy.
Just a note for that, Austin. His simplified fishing here, you heard these anglers talk about forward-facing sonar. He does not have that on his boat.
Yeah, I just go fishing.
He goes fishing, and he's won a lot of money in tournaments because of it. Go ahead, Austin. Didn't mean to.
Thank you.
So you don't have to spend that money. We'd love it when you do, and the sponsors do that we have.
You know, I had a blast out there. I mean, 90% of my fish came on a Wicked Weights wobblehead. Just going down the bank, just cranking a either a Wicked or not a Yamamoto Cowboy or a Menace Grub. Just like I said, just going down the bank and covering a lot of water. And I mean, I caught a few fish. I had a blast. This place is phenomenal. I want to say thanks to a few people. You know, all my sponsors: Folsom Lake Asphalt, Wes over there at Sylvan's Trailer Supply, P-Line, D&M Custom Baits, RB Bass, and all my other sponsors. I really appreciate them. And then, Doug Arlen, he's let me borrow the boat for this week. I had some motor problems, and he was nice enough to let me borrow his boat. So thank you, Doug. I know you're watching, and thanks to all my friends that are watching as well. And my fiance, love you, and might be coming home today. So I'll see you soon.
We'll see. Austin Wilson, everybody. Grab your fish there, Austin. Great angler. Great supporter of Wild West Bass. Next angler up, Mr. Nick Wood. Nick started off the year right. Won our Pro-Am event, Lake Shasta. Great angler here as well. Sure Nick's got 5 fish without a doubt. And a mix of them total. Nick had 2084 yesterday. Only had 8 keepers, so he needed to make it on weight. We're going to have a good day, enough to make it on day 3?
No, I went out today just trying to get my keeper count up, but
1618, Nick, 1618, sir. Tell us about it.
Okay. Yeah, I actually had some more. I had more keepers than what was on the deal, but so my strategy was to go out and catch keepers today, and I probably should have just put a big swim bait in my hand and tried to get a. I know this lake pretty well, and I know the potential it has, and obviously Randy, he showed everybody what it, and Nick shows what this place is capable of, and I'm a little frustrated with myself because I know what I needed to do, and I kind of played a little bit of defense, and it come back to bite me. So, but it is what it is. So I'll just go to the next one. But I also want to thank my sponsors, Cal Custom. They're a boat dealership in Reading. They're a big support for me, and if anybody's in the market for a boat, please check them out. Ranger Boats. I'm running the new 520R this year. It's awesome boat. It's smooth. It's got all the bells and whistles, and if anybody wants to take a look at it, hit me up. We can take it for a ride and drive it. I also want to thank Black Bear Diner. They just here lately. That's what's been waiting on my boat wrap is talking with them, and they're willing to help me out this year, and I really appreciate that. Frenzy Baits, Greg's nail. I threw it all weekend long on a Fatty Z. Z-Man bait, and that thing is it's an awesome bait, and I really I hate telling everybody about that, but it's a very effective way to fish. So anyway, I appreciate all the support. Heather, kids, I'll be home soon. I don't think I'll be fishing tomorrow, so but again, thanks everybody for coming out.
Nick Wood, everybody. Thank you, Nick. You fished there, so great champion. Again, Lake Shasta champion. Next angler up to the scales, one of our great young anglers here in the West Coast, Mr. Luke Johns. Luke, reigning Angler of the Year, Wild West Pro-Am Series. Last year, sewed that up at the Columbia River, which we're going back in August, be our next Pro-Am event. Luke is a great angler here, also working with Fisherman's Warehouse these days. Grab that microphone there. Let's see what kind of weight we got. Mr. Johns had 1837, 17 keepers, so you needed probably keeper count. Unless you had a 30-pound day today. Let me get a call.
Not quite.
How about 1901, Luke? 1901.
A little better than I expected. Yeah, like you said, I went out for the keeper count today, and it just didn't pan out. My fish were so scattered, and I'd run into them every now and then, catch 2 or 3, and I was thinking it would start to light up, and then all of a sudden shut off again. So, can't complain, though. I mean, when you have 19 pounds and, you're not even, scratching the high weights, it's a pretty impressive fishery. You can't go to many places and do that. So I had a phenomenal time out here this week, and I got some people I want to thank too. My parents came out as always, so that's awesome. And then Gary Yamamoto Baits, Fisherman's Warehouse, Torch Eyewear, CNC Marine, and I'm newly on with Picasso now, and all those companies do a great job supporting me, and I couldn't do this without them. And of course, thank you guys for putting on such a great show. It's awesome to be here.
Good job, Luke Johns.
Thank
buddy.
you.
Appreciate you, young man. Grab your fish there for me, Luke. Always got the support of his family. Next angler to scales, Mr. Austin Bonjour. Austin didn't have it day he wanted. Had 916 yesterday. Had 9 keepers. So he had to fish a little different day to make it. Got smallmouth today. Led our event, Lake Mojave, our first one on day 1. Had a great day. Made the top 10 there. Austin, let me give you that microphone. Let me call a weight here. All smallmouth today?
All smallmouth, yep, just like Mojave. I love those brown things.
Did you plan that, or this what bit today?
I guess planned. I was trying to catch keepers. So,
Gotcha. Makes sense.
And that's what bit, and that's what I brought in.
Let's see what the weight is here. We got 5. Total weight will be 1373. 1373. Tell us about your 2 days.
I think it says 33.73.
33. I can see that.
I had a great week. Thank you for you guys and your staff. You guys always do a great job, and everybody that lives here letting us fish your lake for a few days. This place is awesome. I never landed on them. Never been here before. Saw the water for the first time yesterday, and I just these guys are crushing them, like really good. So I got a lot to learn for the next time I come back, and I really want to come back because I just didn't figure it out in time. But I definitely want to come back, and thank you for everybody that supports me and Wild West Bass Trail. See you next time.
Austin Bonjour, everybody. Thank you, sir. Austin, again, made the top 10 at Mojave on a suspended event. We had it scheduled for a location here, and we suspended that also due to a forecast. So we're working on finishing event 1, but we'll have this one in the books after tomorrow. 2 more anglers left away. Next gentleman up, Mr. Christian Ostrander. Christian, Clear Lake champion of our Pro-Am series this year. Been on a roll, won an event last year also in Clear Lake. Had 1870 coming in today, and he had 15 keepers. So he got 3 bags today. He needed to decide how he was going to fish today with strategy. He's got 3 today, 3 bags. Grab a couple, Christian, there, and we'll get a picture for our folks here on our live feed. Thank you for everybody watching at home. A little higher there, Christian, if you can. There you go. You good? There we go. See what kind of weight we did. You happy with that bag? And it's going to be pretty good. Let's see Christian on the deal. Let me call a weight here. Grab that microphone, my friend. Nice job today, young man. How about 24.33? 24.33.
Yeah, you know what? I've never been here before, so yesterday I ran around, tried to put something together. I couldn't figure out a winning bag. I only had like almost 19, and today I was debating if I go catch a bunch of keepers, try to make the top 10 doing that, or go catch some big ones. And I went try to catch keepers, and about noon I found a little rock pile out deep, caught a couple good ones, and said heck with it, let's catch some big ones. So it was pretty cool. This place is awesome, crazy fishery. I would like to thank my buddy Nate Smith. He's a realtor up in Chico. My buddy owns a company, Village Supplies. Gosh, I can't even think right now. I've been fishing so many days in a row. CNC Marine, I've been running a Skeeter this year. If anyone wants to go demo ride a new Skeeter, I've had it for like 3 months now. Awesome boat. I've already put about 100 hours on the dang thing. And yeah, other than that, great week. Looking forward to the next one. Tough bite up here, though. What am I saying? Yeah, well, hey. It'd be great to do good, but you can't even make top 10 with what I got. So awesome.
Christian Ostrander, everybody, with 24.33. Great job, young man. Last angler up to weigh, Mr. Ish Monroe. Good to have Ish fishing with us. One of the probably more miles than any fisherman in the country this year. He was in the top 10 as of yesterday. Had a good day on weight. 21.79. Had 18 keepers. That's what it took to get in the top 10. Had 3 bags today-ish. Grab a couple there. Let's get some pictures. Great angler here. Keeps a boat here in the west and one in the east for he travels so much. Won a lot of money in his lifetime here. Said it was the first time he'd ever been here. Got 5. I'm going to give you that microphone-ish. Let me get a weight here. And you tell us about your 2 days, man. See if it holds on and gets you another day 3. Going to be close. 23-26 today. 23-26-ish.
Fun week. I mean, this is an amazing fishery. I don't even know what to say. Probably the best fishery in the state now. I mean, used to be Clear Lake. Shasta's phenomenal for numbers, but this place has got numbers and big ones. I mean, I had 21 keepers today. I lost 5 or 6. Saw a 10-plus pounder today. Lots of 3 to 4 pounders swimming around. I mean, this is just a phenomenal fishery. Hoping we come back. No pro-ams though. I like the Apex format here. This will do really good. Just great day. You know, when you come up here, I've never been to this lake before. This is my first 2 days. I weighed 21.79 yesterday, and I weighed 23. I mean, you come to a lake for the first time and weigh 20-plus pound bags. there's no better place.
How many keepers today, Ish?
21 keepers today.
21. Awesome, man. Probably going to make it on keeper count, I bet, instead of weight.
I just want to make it.
It don't matter. We go back to zero on day
we go
3.
back to 0. I mean, this will be if I make the top 10, my first top 10. So is it all just 5 fish tomorrow? So I get to swing big?
You get to swing big, 5 fish, no keeper count, man.
I like
and
it.
you like fishing big fish.
Yes, I do. So I'll go out, throw big swim bait, and catch them cranking. I put on a little bit deeper crankbait today. The River to Sea tactical crank. I had actually been catching them on a wiggle wart and started grinding that River to Sea tactical crank, and they hammered it today.
Going to get day 3, I bet, everybody. Ish Monroe.
Hopefully. No frog bites today.
No frog bite today. Ish Monroe, everybody. Way to finish it up with a great bag. That is all our anglers to weigh. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here in our live feed. We'll be back tomorrow. Be sure we'll have the weigh-in times posted. Hopefully we won't have fog in the morning. We'll have results up as soon as we can. Normally we'll call our top 10. With a cell phone coverage here, we can't do that. And with a number of fish caught, we still have to verify scoring. They have to have 14-inch fish. They have to be measured a certain way, or they get tossed out and they don't get to count on the keeper side. Normally, that's no problem. Guys catch 4, 5, 6, 7 fish. We got guys that catching 30 or 40, 50, even 60 a day here. So it takes us a long time to check that. We will try to have a meeting for you, call our top 10. Can't promise that tonight. Depends on how long our scoring. Guys, if you think you're in the top 20, I assume stay here, eat dinner, whatever you need to do. Keep your boat in the water. Stay close. If you think you're in the top 20 on keeper count, be sure and stay close. We want to make sure no mistakes after we get done scoring and make sure that no issues at all. Thank you for watching. Could not be here without our sponsors. I want to thank all the folks here at Cedar Stock Resort, Trinity Lake Marina. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it here to the place you need to come stay. Phenomenal people. Our national sponsor list, Bass Cat Boats. Bridgeford Outdoors. This event is presented by Bridgeford Foods, Duo Realis, P-Line, Hook Fishing, Power Pole, Dish Network Excel Marketing, Mercury Marine, Super Clean, Garmin, Torch, Roman Made, A1 Tactical, Price Sims Ford Group of Family Dealers, Wood Brothers, Bob's Machine Shop, Woo Tungsten, Valley Outdoors, Ben Green Insurance, Signature Gate Systems, Daniel Hernandez Engraving, Lithium Pros, and Fisherman's Warehouse for supporting our live release program and our boats. Thank you, Wild West Bass staff. Thank all the volunteers who drove carts for us today. Josh, thank you as well. We will see you tomorrow at takeoff. Be sure and tune in the morning. We'll get out on timely as soon as it's safe light. Let these guys have a long day. We start back at 0 when we figure out our top 10. Thank you for watching. I'm Randy McBride here at Wild West Bass signing off. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully 7 o'clock in the morning. Thank you so much.